Today's video is going to be quite a shorter trip. We started at Castle Beach a few weeks ago and walked down the coastline to down there somewhere. So we're going to join up the dots and go to the ferry slip in Falmouth. So we're going to walk around Pendennis Point, which is here. Shouldn't take long, it's only probably a couple of miles, so it'll only take an hour or so. Yeah, so we're at Castle Beach at the moment. Just give a shout out to Castle Beach Cafe. If anyone's watching on there, I know it's a very good cafe for local people and they do a lot for charity as well. So if you're in Castle Beach at any time, please nip into the cafe and get a cuppa. Right, just so you're aware, this is not the Coastpath, this is the sea defences. You shouldn't really walk down here, but I am today. Just a bit of absolutely useless information. If you do the Cornish Grand Prix series running, this is where the mob match starts. Against these houses here overlooking Castle Beach. I've only done it once or twice. It's always a nice run, and it's tier medals in that hotel there, the Falmouth Hotel. If you've left a key here attached to a voodoo doll, there's one just on the Coastpath here. If it breaks, we get a video and get 250 quid. A new blight on our lovely coastline. Dirty vapes. Don't chuck your vapes on the floor, come on. Yeah, we've got a bit of a makeshift shelter here. Looks like a bit of a tent or a parachute. Someone's made a little hammock. We can have a sea view and a beer. Right, this is Pendennis Point. A brilliant strategic observation point, and I bet this has seen loads of battles over the years. If you look over there, you can see St Anthony's Lighthouse. If you watch our previous video, that's where we were, Roseland. And if you look over here, just behind me, you can see Pendennis Castle. I'll talk about Pendennis Castle a little bit more in a minute. You can see the building underneath the castle. That is the Falmouth Coast Guard. That is the main observation point for this part of the country now. Now Brixham is shut down. Most of the communications go through Falmouth Coast Guard. If you just look up here, over there, in the distance, you can see St Maur's Castle. So there is a so the regular swimmers amongst us might recognise this car park, because this is where we swim over to St Maur's from here for the Castle to Castle swim, which is an annual swim. So we get in the water just down here on the Coastpath, and then we swim across the estuary to the other side. It's about a mile. Yeah, it's quite good fun if you like swimming, and it's very deep water. See it out there, but we've got a helicopter landing on the back of the ship. The big cargo ship in the background is from Holland, and it's anchored up at the moment. I don't quite know what the vehicle is in front of it, but the helicopter's following it. Looks maybe some sort of tug. You can see the downdraft off the propellers. When you're in the sea and a helicopter's above you, it's quite scary. Been there a few times before on the lifeboats. Yeah, they create a lot of downdraft. False alarm from the last video. That is actually a training boat. It's a vessel that is it belongs in Falmouth Harbour, and they're obviously doing some manoeuvres with the helicopter out there, perhaps picking up and dropping off cargo or people sometimes for airlifting out. Yeah, just looked on the marine the marine app, the shipping. It looks like a Sea King helicopter, but I could be wrong. Some more strategic defences here. These look like ammunition lockers. So they would have had machine guns up here probably. Yeah. With machine gun bases there. Looking out over the Carrick roads. We're actually on the Coastpath at the moment. There's a little room down here. Let's go and have a look. It's a jail. Obviously down here would be the magazine storage area, I would have thought. I've got a torch with this so I can't see inside. But yeah, it goes off to the right. Yeah, so this would have been the magazine storage area. This is the start point for the Castle to Castle swim. So last year, well, and other years before as well, at about this tide, there's about 500 or 600 people in this really small area, all in wetsuits, all with pink or yellow hats on. And so you start off here and you swim over there to, you can see it's in North Castle. There's a white boat out there, it's just behind the sailing boat over there. So it's, yeah, it's about a mile swim. It's really good fun, really deep water. Yeah, hopefully we'll do it again this year. You probably can't hear me very well because of the wind up here, but I just thought I'd show you Falmouth docks. So there's a big boat in at the minute. It says Cardigan Bay. I thought that was HMS Argus, but obviously not. It's around here somewhere. Some other military ships over there. Yeah, quite an interesting thing to look at if you're walking on the Coastpath. We're in Falmouth now, and we're in the square next to the Maritime Museum. And if you look behind me, you can probably hear the forklift for the docks. It's not very easy finding your way through Falmouth on the southwest Coastpath. Around Pendennis Point's quite easy, but once you get by the docks train station, you've got to pick your way through. There are little acorn signs here and there to find, but you've got to look for them. Don't look at the signs, look at the posts. So we did look for some maps of Falmouth, that'll find your way through, but there's not many around. So if you watch this video, watch at the end of it and look at the relive map, you'll see where we've gone. We've gone wrong probably a couple of times, not gone far out of our way, but we're going to head towards the Prince of Wales Pier now, which is the end. If you want to buy a full-size Father Christmas, they're only £104.99 at the minute. RRP 349. There we go. Just what you need in February. We're not having any today, but these are good chips from the Harbour Lies. Good chips next door to Trago. Down one of the little back alleys here in Falmouth off the main street. Go down and see the figurehead. The old lady with one arm. Get on. Right, we've come to the end of our walk today, our short walk. From where we started off, we have been doing a bit of toing and froing and messing around. So it's about 3.5 miles, so not very far. If you do just turn around here, where have we come from, where are we going? We've come from across that way over there, and we are now on the Prince of Wales Pier. If you come over here, look, this is the stone that was laid by the Prince of Wales on the 20th of July 1903. Now the Prince of Wales at the time was the future George V, so not the Prince of Wales that we've got or we had, who's now our king. So quite an important pier, this one. This was used during the D-Day, so a lot of American soldiers were based not far from here, and a lot of a lot of the soldiers who went to Omaha and to Utah Beach left from this exact pier. Unfortunately, you don't need to look at the history books to see what happened there, but many of them, almost all of them, never made it back, never made it ashore the other side even. So yeah, so it's 150 meters long, and this is the end of the Southwest Coast Path. This side, the west side of the River Fal. Just a bit of information for you here as well. There are some toilets just towards the end of the pier, beginning of the pier. And if you just come over here, you can see the various steps here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These you'll embark on whichever one these is, depending what state of the tide is. So we've been under on the boat before. Thanks for watching. Just another very quick one because I forgot. You see just over there, that is the ferry that goes over to St Mawes. So this is where the pier ends, this side. You can't see it in the distance, but St Mawes is right over in the distance over there. That's where you get the ferry from to pick up the Southwest Coast Path and to go further east.